Hi guys, this is Kimberly Arguelles, and for today's video, I will be the one to discuss the factors influence an intervention plan. Following the established social work principle, no two plan of actions are alike. Each plan of actions is designed to suit a particular client system and the situation. So in planning, there's a lot of things to consider. That is why we should think carefully and identify what those factors that can influence our intervention plan. So in here, there's our 5 factors that can influence our intervention plan. So let's get started.
The first one is the community in which it is being carried out. The environment in which the plan takes place is an important consideration in planning. That is why we do some research in conducting a plan of action. Some of this, the culture of the place, attitude about receiving help, prevailing values like cooperation and self-help, and existing service delivery system are among the factors that influence an action plan. The second is the agency sanctioning the plan. The worker is influenced by both constraints, such as how the agency functions and what kind of services available in that community. Funding consideration. Of course, money is also important in making an action plan. When and where the action plan takes place, and the resources available. It is like in an agency, they plan carefully because not all people can avail the services. That is why they set a standard basis to those people who can avail the services, since the agency have so many lack in resources and money. Hence, the agency only choose those people who are worthy to avail the services. So the third one is the social problems that the plan is a response to. Societal attitudes and expectations about social problems vary, and the social worker should recognize this because it influences the plan of action. Thus, there are problems that are perceived as personal pathology and deviance, and there are problems that are attributes to the environment, but it depends on how the people respond to that kind of problem because the agency not go directly and intervene the problem. They first examine if that problem is worse or not, and if it's worthy to give a support like programs and services. So the fourth one is the worker involved in the plan. The worker is a unique person who brings into a helping situation many facets of herself, such as professional, an employee, and a member of a community. Each of these exert an influence on the worker, sometimes favorable, such as adherence to ethical conduct of her commitment to a place client interest above other considerations, sometimes unfavorable, such as sense of loyalty to one agency which makes the worker accept its rigid policy. The plan of action also reflects the worker preference, priorities, and skills. So the last one is the client. The client is a unique biopsychosocial being who has its own motivations, capacity, coping capabilities, expectations, limitations, as well as preference. That is why, in dealing the client, we should know his coping capabilities and limitation in order for the worker to easily identify and making an intervention. But of course, the worker should maintain the worker-client relationship because it affects the plan of action.
That's all guys. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something. So bye.